I'm going to bump my rest slightly to the right. That will bring this broadhead more in line with these field points, and maybe it'll bring them over the center of the target just a tad more too. Heading out, we got about 2 weeks until the opener for bow season, so I'll take you along on that first hunt of the year. Maybe we'll at least see some deer. If I get a shot at a doe, I will take it right off the bat. So heading out, shoot my bow, come along with me, and we'll see you in a few. I'm out here today with the season being right around the corner, and I'm just kind of mixing in a broadhead. These are the broadheads that I shoot, not this specific one. This is my practice one that I use. But I mix in a broadhead with my 2 field tips that I'm shooting as well. So today I'm just practicing it at 30 and 40 yards. Just rip off a couple shots till I get tired. Once I'm tired, I'm going to go check the cameras. I'm going to back up to 40 now and shoot an end at 40. See how it turns out. I didn't shoot very well at 40 the other day. I just haven't shot enough this summer to be super consistent at 40. Confident inside of 30 though. So let's go ahead and get some practice in at 40 yards. That's 40 yards. This first arrow I shot here just didn't feel like a very strong shot that I made. The other 2 felt like good shots and ended up in the right spot. There's a little better group from 40. Not great, but for the amount of time I've been shooting this year, I will take it. I'll shoot another group at 40. Not too bad. I noticed this arrow right here. I was actually sitting a little low in my peep. Also noticed here, like my last 4 or 5 ends, my broadhead fletched arrow is hitting left just a tad. So I'm going to back up to 50, shoot 3 or 4 ends there, and if it continues to push a little farther left, I need to make a little bit of an adjustment to my rest. And I'll probably move my rest slightly in. I'm a righty, so towards my riser and to the right from the back of the bow. So I'm just going to back up to 50, let some arrows fly, see if this broadhead tipped arrow is flying a little bit more left. If it is, I need to make a tiny adjustment to my rest yet. It's not a terrible group at 50 yards there. Still, that fletched arrow, or that broadhead tipped arrow hit left of my other arrows. They all felt like pretty strong shots. My 50-yard mark might not be quite right, as I'm hitting a little bit high, it looks like, and a little bit left. I'm gonna go ahead, shoot 3 more arrows, and I'm gonna bump my rest slightly to the right. That will bring this broadhead more in line with these field points, and maybe it'll bring them over the center of the target just a tad more too. 3 more arrows, make the adjustment, and then we'll go from there. That was a lousy end of arrows on my part, but the only one that felt like a strong shot was this first one, the white one here. Alright, I'm going to go make that adjustment to my rest, and we'll see if this broadhead can move in with that group a little bit better. It's important before you actually move your rest to make a good mental note of where that rest is sitting. Like when I just loosened it right there, it moved an inch to the right. I moved it about 1/16 of an inch. All right, let's go shoot some more arrows here. We should see that my group might be hitting a little bit right now of where I'm aiming, but we should be able to see that broadhead tipped arrow move a little bit closer to center of my group, maybe even to the right of it a little bit. So let's go ahead and shoot some more arrows, and I'm gonna go back to 50 again. Actually, I'm gonna go back to 40. Just feel like I shoot a little more consistently there, and hopefully that broadhead moves to the center of my group. All right, this is my next end after making that adjustment to the rest. This arrow hit almost in line with this other good shot. Not sure what happened here. I just made a bad shot on that arrow. As I get tired, I start to make more and more bad shots because I haven't been shooting much. But yeah, so you can see these two are close. I think that adjustment should do the trick. That was actually at 30 yards. I was going to shoot at 40. I changed my mind just for that first end. I'll back up to 40 now and see how it shoots. As you can see here, broadhead's still left, man. It's kind of interesting. I'm gonna bump my rest tiny bit more, probably another 1/16 of an inch. See what happens. So that actually moved my broadhead right, but it also moved my field points. So it always moves your field points, but usually it tightens those groups up a little bit. Unfortunately, that end did not. It actually spread my groups out. So shoot one more end, see what happens. And if they spread back out, I'm just going to kind of move it back to where my rest was. And by doing that, I just know that my bow is basically as close to tune as possible. I was really only an inch off to the left at 30 yards or 40 yards. So I can't really be too disappointed in that. I like it to be closer, but I'm also okay if it's off by just a click or two. It's not a huge deal to me. So I'm back here at 40. Did not feel like a good shot. Getting tired. Need to really get this wrapped up, you know. First two arrows felt good. My last one felt like I forced it a little bit, but my first two arrows did feel good. My broadhead is still slightly left. These two down here were the good arrows. Good feeling, strong feeling shots anyway. At 40 yards. I'm gonna leave my rest where it is. Now I'm gonna give my rest or my sight 3 clicks to the right. Hopefully center that group up on the target. Here we go. Another end where that broadhead actually hit inside of my 2 field tipped arrows. So pretty happy with that. I actually went 5 clicks to the right. I think I'm going to leave it there for now. Shoot a group at 50, and then shoot a group at 30 and a group at 20, and call it a day. That was a 40-yard group right there. So back to 50 for one end, and then 30, and then 20. My 50-yard group is clearly more to the right. So that right there is my 30-yard group. I'm going to shoot one group at 20 yards here, and I'm just slightly right of center. so I might add one or two more clicks back to the right. Shoot a group at 30 at the end. I'm going to shoot a group at 20 first and kind of see where I end up. I mean, you can't ask for better for your broadheads and field points at 30 yards, so I'm pretty happy with that. That's a tight group with a broadhead mixed in at 30 yards on a fairly windy day. And I mean, I feel really confident with that. Out to 40 even, you know. I shot a decent group at 40. I won't shoot a deer. I haven't been shooting enough at 50 yards or 60 yards to feel confident shooting there, so my goal is to get inside of 30 and go get it. All right, one group at 20. It's not a very tight group at 20 yards, but to be honest, I was aiming off of my arrows. I didn't want to damage an arrow. I'm going to call it good there today. I feel like my bow is ready for the season. I still need to shoot some more myself. I got 2 weeks. Should be able to shoot 3 to 4 times a week over the next couple of weeks, but hopefully that little video on broadhead tuning your bow is helpful for you. Took you along while I got my bow in tune, and we'll see you next time. This is a chest high mud, and this is his bed, right?